What's good, everybody? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're going to be talking about The Beekeeper. So The Beekeeper has made a decent bit of money at the theater so far, so I knew based on those numbers that it had to be decent. My best friend and main producer of the channel got to see the movie before me, and he said that it was pretty good. He enjoyed it quite a bit, and one of the words that he used to describe it was grounded. Then I got to watch the movie, and I called my best friend and asked him, what part of that movie was grounded to you? So let's talk about it. So this is a spoiler review, so I will be talking about pieces of the movie here, and I just want to say that the plot is grounded. The main action that happens that spurns our main character into action was grounded. You know, scamming old people is despicable. And the truth is, most of us have somebody in our lives that either have been a victim of a scam or we ourselves have been a victim of a scam. My father was scammed in this same exact way. It was a pop-up, a number that he dialed, and they just got into his information. Now, was it as bad as what we see here in this movie? Absolutely not. But it did happen just like this to someone I know. So it's cool that the main point of the movie is going to be something that many people identify with. But once our main character goes on the mission, it becomes way over the top. And I enjoyed a lot of the action that they gave us in this one. On my scales, this movie is good, not great, but good. I do think that the action was crisp and, you know, everything was very entertaining. The story was really cool, but the acting and some of the characters, I just didn't like the choices that were made. Jason Statham was Jason Statham. He does what he always does. Our FBI agents, the main person that I recognized was the young girl from Umbrella Academy. She shows up in this one. I didn't like her here. I didn't like her partner here either, or the way that either of them were written. The villains in this were very one note and very weak to me. I didn't enjoy any of our bad guys. I did enjoy Jeremy Irons, but he was more nuanced, like kind of a gray area type character. And he knew that some things were wrong, but at the same time, he was trying to protect different characters for different reasons. I like Jeremy Irons in this. But the main baddies didn't really enjoy him. And as well as I did not know, this was one of the cooler points in the movie. The main bad guy being the son of the president. Really cool. I like the fact that they hid that from us. You know, they gave us clues that she's somewhere in the government. But the fact that the president is his mom. Really cool thing to expose right at the end. But at the same time, it does a lot to just take that third act of the movie and send it way out of the realm of possibility. The last 20 minutes of this movie was so unbelievable that it almost took me out. And not just the fact that the events unfolded the way they did, but there were characters that were introduced. One, there was like a replacement beekeeper, and then they also have the last physical threat for Jason Statham, the last bad guy who came in with the yellow jacket. And it's like, this dude, both of those characters felt like they came from different films, like just weird films. And then they were just injected into this. And I didn't like either one of them. I did like the physical challenge that he proposed at the end. Like he's really a roadblock to Jason Statham because nothing else was in his way. The way that character was just written, he just shot everybody and did everything that he wanted to do. And the plan was just executed so well. And it took all the belief out. So that one character at the end that really posed a threat, it's like, oh, okay. He was a real threat. So that's cool to see. Villains and their motivations and everything else just kind of flattened this one. Whenever Jason Statham and David Ayer talk about this movie, they talk about it being successful and then possibly having a sequel and them being able to explore so much of the world that they've built with these characters. But I just don't really see that. I don't see this world that was built that you could tap into so much mythos and you can go into all kind of backstory and just expand this world. It doesn't seem like it's that. I do want to know more about the Beekeeper program or like that whatever like branch of the military that Jason Statham came from, and like how was he trained and how were these other people trained, and you know what were some of the missions they had to do. That's cool if you want to look into that, but I don't really think that there's a whole lot to delve into that's going to be brand new. It's going to be more of the same, like an agent doing some over the top crazy stuff. And it's cool for being a Jason Statham vehicle, but I don't think that they can expect this thing to do gangbusters every time they do one at the same time, if that makes sense. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want to see more from this world that they built? Do you think this movie is impressive enough to warrant a sequel? Were you pleased with it? Because I thought, again, fun little ride. It was a good film, but not necessarily a great film and something like, hey, rush out and go see it. Like, if you get a chance, check it out. It's cool, but not necessarily like, hey, beat down the doors and then change all your plans and go see Beekeeper. Nah, that's not where I fall on this one. It's just a cool little film that you can check out when you get some time. But let me know your thoughts. If you think it's better, please break down why in that comment section. And that's all we got for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, go watch something good.